travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passport Bros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passport Bros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. Did we mention the app is absolutely free to download? That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passport Bros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So what are you waiting for? Download Passport Bros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right, family, we are live. Welcome back to another show. This is Money Mondays, Passport Bros Money Mondays. I got my featured guest here, return guest, a guy that's very knowledgeable about not only traveling, but starting different businesses so guys can, live overseas, work abroad. I got my man, Thomas Brown, in the building today. What's going on, Thomas?
What's good, peoples? What's good, man? Glad to be back. I want to help everybody. I want to see everybody rise. So I made a little time. I shoved the sandwich in my face real fast so I could eat, squeeze you guys in, but I'm down to help.
Right. Excellent, man. And tell us where you at. I will say it's been a minute, but actually you was on the show last week, but tell us where you at in the world right now.
I'm in Albania, man. This is like, I came from Scottsdale, which was like really bougie, and I didn't realize that was affecting me everywhere because I lived there for like 20 years. So I was just used to like, I don't know if you know Scottsdale, you see Ferrari and a Lambo kind of on the regular there, and you see these bad ones all the time, but they're gold diggers, obviously, right? But I came here and I realized the neighborhood I'm in is Scottsdale upgraded because there's greens, because obviously in Arizona there's not trees and all that. And you see all the same cars, maybe more. And since I last talked to you, the women have gotten better. In this week I've haven't talked to you. I have not seen the same female, not yet. And I've still, I had my little brother on FaceTime and I said, bro, you don't understand. So I turned the camera around while I was walking to the place where I was smoking shisha, 10-minute walk. I said, count the baddies. Only count them if they're 9 and above. He counted 18 in 10 minutes. That's how crazy it is
here. Damn. So, what led you all the way out to, first of all, give us a geographical location of where the hell Albania is in the first place. Bro.
So it's like right at the boot. It's like right at the end of the boot of Italy. And then Greece is on the other side, right? So you could take a ferry to Greece. It's like a 40-minute ferry. And it's a hydroplane, actually. So the boat that lifts up out of the water, like, I don't know if you remember G.I. Joe, they had one of those. They got one of those out here. It's stupid. And I love that people don't know because they're starting to figure out, because they said tourism went up 600% in 1 year from last year to this year. And it's because of the quality when they get here. I don't know why people in America are informed that all these places that are unknown are third world. Come here and there's no way you could say that. I can't even figure out some of it. Some of the money I can't even figure out. I'm like, yo, that's like the third Lambo truck I've seen in like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? It's dumb.
All right. So Albania is, like, you're right. It's like right near the boot of Italy.
Yeah.
That's the bar. Okay. So you got a few countries: Italy, Bulgaria, Serbia. Okay. Croatia, Romania. So okay.
So for kicks, if you feel like it, if you want to go to the Ryanair site just to show them, because this had something to do with why I wanted to do it. So if you typed in Tirana in Ryanair and let it select those destinations, I think like I looked a couple days ago, and a couple weeks from now, if I wanted to go see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the one-way flight was €9. €9, bro.
So that's like what, like $10, $12 American or some shit like that.
$12. That's stupid. You know what I mean? You get a whole vacation for $12. And not only that, like a vacation that everyone goes to. You know what the Leaning Tower of Pisa is, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know what the Leaning Tower of Pisa is, right?
Yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah, that's where people literally travel to. We could from here. I could go for $12 one way. That's just like the cream. I'm cool with paying to go where I want to go, but if you're gonna give it to me for $12, I will not complain. You know what I mean? I will not complain. So, the more I talk about it, it feels comfortable to me because it feels like Scottsdale. Obviously, this apartment is much more basic than I was living in Scottsdale, but I don't know if I care. You know what I mean? I could decorate this. I can do what I want. But this is a walkable city, so that's a little upgrade from Scottsdale. When you got into Old Town Scottsdale, it was walkable, but this is walkable right out my door. And then you've been to Thailand. Anyone that goes to Thailand doesn't understand how amazing 7-Eleven is. Everyone thinks we're crazy when we talk about it.
Man, yeah. You know what? It's so funny.
I was
looking at some old photos, and one of the photos got like a 7-Eleven little meal, like a little microwave meal, and I'm like, how are these little meals so much better, like so much taste better than the little microwave meals in America? Like just a little tiny meal, but it's banging though.
But everybody thinks that we are out of our mind when we say that. But there's no one I've met that goes to Thailand that doesn't come back and talk about 7-Eleven. Like, how is 7-Eleven so crazy? Anything you can imagine they have there. And it's already super cheap. You get an entire basket. My nieces, I have twin nieces, came up there to the condo. And I guess the one in my area has like a special C7-Eleven because they always wanted to come to that one. But I'd let them fill the basket, and I showed them the receipt. There was 32 items in there. This was Doritos and Kit Kats. You've been there, so you know it's like real stuff. Came to $9. 32 items in the basket, and it's just. And then on top of that, they've got a loyalty program. I'm like, you're already giving it to me for $0 pretty much, and you got a loyalty program at 7-Eleven. That's just crazy. But anyone that's been knows. People that haven't been are going to think that we're out of our mind. But everyone talks about 7-Eleven in Thailand. There's just no comparison. We don't have anything that amazing out here.
Also, so we got a man supporting men, aka MPI, with a $3 super sticker. Man, I really appreciate it. He says salute to BNT and everyone in the chat. All right, I got my man Dre the Kid in the building. Says don't sleep on that region. It's hardly any black folks, but it's super chill and nice landscapes. Weather sucks, in my opinion, but still enjoy Eastern Europe. So let's talk about that real quick. About the
perfect
weather
for me. It's been perfect weather. With the mountainous region he's talking about, that's not here in Tirana. So he went up north to like Ballarat or whatever, the land of 1,000 windows, probably where he was. But no, this area is great. I saw a whole entire African family yesterday. So the little, like down from 5 years old all the way to mom and dad. So that was the only ones I saw since I've been here. But I just was like, but you know what? When I was walking to the shisha shop, this guy pulled up in they got so many dope cars. He had what it was, an RS6 station wagon, the Audi RS6 G'd out station wagon. And he literally rolled his window down. He's like, hey, bro, where are you from? I was like, America. He's like, America. Welcome. Thank you for coming to our country. And I'm like, dude, I love these people, man. I love these people. They're great.
So I mean, it seems like from the map, it's a pretty small country. Would you say it's like around the size of like the average American state? Like Georgia,
3 million total. 3 million total.
3 million total people. Okay. So
and a million of them are here where I'm at. 1 million are in Tirana.
Oh, it's called Toronto, Albania.
No, Tirana.
Okay, Toronto, Albania. Okay. What up, Bert Ross in the building says good morning, everyone. He's also on the app dropping dope content. And real quick, family, hold on. Let me give this shout out real quick, Thomas. For the contest that we have going on. And we're gonna get right back to the interview in a second, but let me pull this up. So, guys, all right. We do have a post contest going on currently, Passport Bro Post of the Week contest. Right now, currently only one guy has made the post and actually hashtag post contest. So right now he's the winner. We announce every Sunday who the winner is. So basically what you do is you upload photos. You can upload photos to the Passport Bros Facebook group, all right? Also, but you have to upload the photos to the Passport Bros app as well, okay? And we're going to take a community vote on the best, most informative post of the week. All right, but make sure to hashtag post contest. And what you win is $100 US, 2 free Passport Bros t-shirts, and also free membership for 3 months, guys. So that $100 is he's winning that right now. I say only one guy has participated in this contest, and we do this weekly to increase our engagement so guys can show their travel. So I just want to point that out real quick. Make sure to download the Passport Bros app. All right. Upload your best, most informative, most entertaining posts, and you will qualify. You could qualify to win that $100 on Sunday. We're going to cash app it or PayPal it to you right away, family. And we're going to get you 2 free t-shirts as well. All right. Now that we got that out the way, let us continue. All right. So you're out there in Albania. Man,
I'm so happy, bro. I'm so happy here. I really like it here.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked you made a commitment, bro. Like you was in Thailand, you was in Spain, and then you decided to you got to Albania and just was like, "Hey,
I did. I've done my research.
I'm liking that.
Research. I did my research. Mediterranean diet. I wanted, like most people's bucket lists are all up and down Europe, right? So if you're here and if you've ever flown around Europe, if you're in Europe, getting to other countries in Europe, it's not that expensive. So it's nice that put a base here because I'm still going to travel, but I'm not going to travel like I was before, where I was doing 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, right? After doing that for a while, it kind of gets tiring to pack up all my stuff. And so I can leave everything here and I can just go for a week or 2 weeks now with this backpack. Come back, not spending a ton of money. On top of that, I said, moving forward, you and me, we've been around the world a little bit longer than some others. So, I'm going to meet a girl and I've been looking around and finding my best. And what I've been finding is like Brazil. Yes, beautiful, beautiful bodies, this and that. And then, Colombia, maybe a little step up from that. And it's kind of everywhere. But this one, I have a particular taste. And here you saw they look like they're pale, but they have crazy exotic features. And when I talked about Barcelona before, is I said Barcelona had it all, right? We had Cubans, we had Brazilians, we had Argentinians to get all the different varieties to choose the best for me. Here, they're all Albanians, but they all look different, meaning you can find an Albanian with black girl body, Albanian with a Brazilian girl body, Albanian with a Colombian girl body, Albanian with a white girl model body, Albanian with the normal body. It's all there. And you saw what I showed you before, redhead, blonde, dark hair, mostly dark hair. And Europeans, I mean, no one's like Brazil. Brazil, if a girl wants you and you don't know, she'll make sure you know. You know what I mean? That's what's cool about Brazil. You don't even have to have game there. She will make sure you know she wants you. Europeans, they will show you that they like you, but you got to talk to them. I'm a fisherman type. I would rather do that because in Brazil, I struggled a little bit because if I wasn't that into her, I didn't know how to hurt her feelings. Do you know what I'm saying? Because from America, we're not used to that, being flipped like that. So I was like, dude, I don't, this is like the first girl that I met. I don't know if I want to like commit, and they lock in. So I've struggled with that. Where I like it here, the way I operate, I can look, get to know them a little bit, and then I can kind of pick. That's kind of how I operate. I don't like, I even talked to Alyssa yesterday and she's like, yeah, you're not a chaser. I'm more of a fisherman. I'll put the bait out. I'll kind of reel them in and we'll have a conversation. I'll see if I vibe with them. Here, that's how Europeans, they operate. But I was telling the other thing, this is the bonus from here. They have that kind of stoic face, but when you talk to them, they are so sweet, like so nice. And still you can sense the tradition in them. And my neighbor knocked on my door yesterday or rung the buzzer, and I didn't know if it was the phone from downstairs or whatever. I opened the door and she pops her head over and she was the cutest damn thing ever. And I was like, damn, even my neighbor's bad. And she's like, hey, come help me. Because she didn't understand her breakers, but she was very feminine. Like I walked in and felt like a guy, literally helping with guy things. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then where I was at, that waitress, she started to fancy me because I said darling to her one day because she was being kind of nice. And I was trying to make up for the first day I was there. I was very American and I was very impatient. I was like, where's my sandwich? Shouldn't take 35 minutes for my sandwich. And I didn't look at how busy she was, right? Well, so I said, thank you, darling. And I was nice. Well, the next couple of days, she came by and brought me my shisha. And she's like, here's your shisha. And then she goes, darling, like that. And I was like, oh, she picked up on that. And then every day since then, it's been growing. And that's so cute.
All right. So are you saying it's like everybody speaks English out there? There's no language barrier whatsoever?
In Tirana, yes. In Tirana, yes. If you get in the other cities, maybe a struggle. But of the 3 million, 1 million are right here in Tirana. I got plenty for years, you know.
Okay, and what language do they speak? Like, what is that considered, Albanian or something like that?
It's Albanian. But it's like they said that it's like an inferior language. It's one of the oldest, one of the first languages, I guess. Because I asked them,
like
German.
Or like, I hate the way German sounds. I'm sorry. Like that type of shit.
Those harsh ha-has like that, you know what I mean? They're talking about. No, like if I say thank you, I say falamenderi. That's how you say thank you, falamenderi, right?
Okay, so it's kind of more like an Italian because it's so close. Maybe it's more like smooth, like
It is a little bit smoother, but what's crazy, since everything's close, you'll meet people that speak Greek. I speak a little bit of Italian, and the lady that helps me at the grocery store, I heard her with all her friends, and they was just like, da, 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 da. And I was like, that's Italian. So I walked by and I was like, hola Italiana. And she was like, I'm not Italiana. Like she was saying she's not young. That's what she was telling me. And now when I go down there, I just speak Italian to her. So I was just like, yo, this works. Like there's so many languages right here. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Shout out to my man Ronan Travels in the building. Salute to the bros in the chat. We had a real good Andrew's channel. We had a real good discussion yesterday. Shout out to my man Ronan Travels. It's Dre the Kid in the building. It says Albania, Kosovo, Macedonia, and Moldova were my faves to cycle through. Tried learning a little Albanian when in Kosovo, but I definitely lived in those spots a few months. So shout out so he already know. My man already know.
Anthony he ain't said nothing because he don't want no one to know.
Probably so. I know my man like being ducked off with a cut. Shout out my man Kirby Films. He's also a member. I'm also going to upload an exclusive interview to the membership today as well. Kirby Films says, "What up, BMT? What's good? What's good?" So you got that camera rolling out there. Anthony Nelson says, "Floyd is a scammer." Okay, well, I don't know where that came from.
Poor Floyd. Everyone going after Floyd, man. Poor Floyd. I think that's their way of showing him love.
Facts.
He's like bro.
All right, guys, we got 78 in the room. Do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button and share this video to your friends who are thinking about moving overseas full time and want to know how they can make money while overseas. All right, so this is Money Mondays. What you got going on, man? What's with the $20 a month?
Easy one, man. I was actually helping someone back in the States. She was trying to build a little side hustle, and I was like, "Why don't you just do this?" And then I was like, "Dude, I need to teach that on Money Mondays. Like this is cake. Anyone can do anywhere, and you're gonna. When I say it, it's gonna click in your head. Meetup.com.
Meetup.com. Okay, let me put that in the chat. And by the way, family, real quick, Chad Gray says, "Salute BMT. Appreciate the shirt. No problem, man. I sent him a shirt. Hope you enjoyed it or like it rather." So meetup.com. Meetup.com. What we got going on with Meetup?
literally, if you want to show them, it's cool. It's literally a site where people make events for people to go and hang out, and it's any kind of events there are in the world, and it's global. So like if you were a real traveler, like you want to just go do more than just meet girls, you want to stay in a place for a while, you can go on meetup.com in any country, and you can type in the country and just see what's going on, and you'll see like beach day, or maybe they're doing a party or an international holiday, all this stuff, and they'll have a big meetup, they'll have a big gathering. See where it says right here, interest and become friendships. But here's where, when you look at it, these people are just doing it to connect people. They're not really monetizing. And it's I appreciate the people wanting to connect people. That's great. It's like its own social network live. So just click on any one of them. What city are you in right now, or what state are you in?
Okay.
So if you click on any one of them, did I lose you? Uh-oh. It's just me and you, brothers. We lost Aaron Ferris. I tried to shorten it and made it sound bad. My bad. Aaron Ferris is gone for a minute, but I guess he's gonna get back in. But while we're waiting, if you guys are on your phones or laptops or whatever, pop into meetup.com, and maybe you can follow along with what we're going to show you how to do. So you can go to anywhere you want, and you can start this business on meetup.com. The reason we put $20 a month is it's $5 a week, I guess, to use it as a promoter and to be the person that presents these events and those types of things. I wonder if I'm talking to myself right now, to be honest. If he's gone, does that mean the stream is gone? I don't know. But all right, I'll keep going just in case. Check that out, and then I'll kind of give examples of things that you guys can do, and I'll tell you kind of what I had taught someone else to do in the States. And you can scale this thing up or down, whatever you want. And if you're in certain countries, you can. I was trying to help anyways. Does that mean that I was talking to myself, or were they actually seeing me?
No, they're actually seeing you.
Okay, good. Okay, so basically what I was saying is go to meetup.com, and I was showing them so what meetup.com does is that people are hosts or whatever, and they make events that they have people join too. But what makes meetup.com a little bit easier to use and better than other places is that they help you get the people in your group. So if you make a new group, let's say you made a BMT group, Black Man's Travels group, right? They will, over the next week, promote you and help you get users to your group. And they'll do that for about a week. And then from there, you help grow it. You grow your own. But the tools that they have in there is that you can charge dues if you want. So it could be like $1 a month, or I've seen some do like, $12 a year, but you pay the whole $12 up front, or you can charge nothing, and you can charge per event, or you can make the events free. You can do whatever you want that you put together. So an example, what I did for my friend is she works at a winery. And she works at a small winery, and she's not really making a ton of money, but she loves wine. And she used to be a cigar girl. She used to sell cigars. She just loves that stuff. So she's like, Thomas, what can I do? And I was like, start a meetup group. And she's like, how would I make money with that? So this is how, I'll give you this example, and then I'll give a couple more that maybe you guys can link with. So I said, make a meetup group, and then let Meetup help you get, they'll probably help you get 150, 200 people in your group. Okay. And then inside of it, you make an event, and make the first event like a meet and greet. Okay. So that you kind of get people used to coming. And in her case, I said, when you make your meet and greet, pick a restaurant that has amazing wine, because we're going to name hers Wine Party, right? That has amazing wine. But the way we decided to monetize her was I said, hey, you are on a winery, right? And she's like, yeah. And I go, so how does he advertise his winery? She's like, not so much. He's just a super millionaire, so he doesn't care, but he would like to. And I was like, talk to him and say, can I use the winery to throw a wine tasting and charge $10 a person? People make $10 for a wine tasting, and she's getting licensed for her first level. What do they call those people that teach you wine? I can't remember, but it's like a really cool name, and it's actually a hella hard course too. Like, But I have a buddy who's a surgeon who's a level 2, and he said that the level 2, God, what are they called? The people that they teach you how to smell it and drink it. He said the level 2 test was almost as hard as his surgeon test for wine, because you have to be able to taste it and know the region, know where the grape came from, know the age, the year. You have to know it from the taste and the smell. That's wild. But if you break the numbers down, I said, hey, if you get 20 people to come at $10, you made $200 for a 1 hour outing. That's not bad. And you could do a few of those. And then, and that's just in the beginning, because she would only have like 150 users. As it gets bigger, she could do a wine tasting for 100 people. Now she made $2,000 in one or two, or she made $1,000 in a night. Am I doing my math right? What's 10 times 1,000? She's doing 10,000 in one night. Do you see? You know what I'm saying? That's way down the road. At 100, then she's doing 1,000. But here's some other practical things. You could you could do dating, speed dating, those types of things. But you have a group, and your group is sommelier. Yes, thank you, Trey Poppy. Yes, sommelier. If you could do parties, you could be the party promoter in your city. Do you see what I'm saying? But what you do is you just keep this little social thing going, because people are just looking for things, and then boom, throw a party of your own. Boom, rent a warehouse and throw a DJ party yourself for $3, $5, whatever. But you could do this in any country. That's what I like about Meetup, is it's everywhere. So if they want to go somewhere and stay, so let's try to make this practical. Let's use somewhere cheap. Let's say they went to Malaysia, okay? Where in Malaysia, you can get a $350 2-bedroom apartment that is stupid nice, okay? And then they would need another $350, $400 for food. So let's say $1,200 is all they would need a month to live there. If they build this group, okay, you're gonna have to have some money when you go there, some money to sustain yourself and build the group, right? But they could do, I don't know, $10, $15 for a big party. You got New Year's no matter what, right? And then if it's a singles oriented, you got that Friendsgiving type day where around Thanksgiving when they don't have anybody. But you could do these get-togethers. Just sprinkle them in there with free things. And the free things would be around your theme at restaurants or clubs or lounges that are the same as what you're doing. So, like, I should use Thailand. If you want to throw a party in Thailand, you could throw a party in Thailand. But when you're not throwing the party to make money, to keep the people happy, say, hey, we're all having a meetup tonight at Sugar, right? Or we're having a meetup at Saxophone. And then they know that you are.
So what you know about Sugar out there in Bangkok?
Sugar is crazy. It's like a mini Vegas, isn't it? Like a mini Vegas club. But like, if you ever get a chance to go to Saxophone, I don't even know how Thailand has such good stuff. I almost swore, sorry. Like, Saxophone is some of the best jazz I've heard. And I'm like, this is Thailand. Like, this is Thailand. And they got this. This little Asian chick came out sounding like Etta James, looking like Etta James. I was like, moving like her. I was like, what? Thailand got it. But let's say that you do this, okay? So what you do is you use your Meetup, use the group, and start having outings. And make it where people enjoy just going out. It costs you nothing. If you want to meet up at a restaurant, they pay for their own food. They pay for their own drinks. They're just getting together. And then you use that time to talk about, find out what it is you want to do. What is the group like? Start making those events. And then get to the point where maybe you're doing them once a week. Get your group up. There's a guy in Phoenix that has this group called like Up for Anything, Down for Whatever. He has like 89,000 people in his group.
Oh shit.
And every year he throws a New Year's party and it costs $30. You know how much that boy is making. You know how much that.
What's my guy name that be doing them New Year's Eve parties in Rio? I forgot my man's name, but he charges $100, all you can eat and all you can drink. I don't know how he clears money. But
hey, there's another one. Maybe you just do dinner parties. Maybe you just do dinner parties for small groups that want to hang out, right? Maybe you do dinner parties and then you can make them pay like $5 a plate. And you want to do that anyways, because you'll get all these RSVPs, but not everyone's going to show. But if you make it people like the social aspect of it. They like having their own clique, their own group. That's why those groups have names to them. You see, like that, what is that social networking culture exchange you're looking at right there? They do a lot of those language exchanges and stuff. Just think of something that you can monetize. So you give away 75% of it in the beginning. You give away your time. Hey, we're all going to go hang out here. We're going to go this. We'll go beach volleyball, whatever. Boom, you have an event. It costs this. Then we'll do whatever. Boom, you have an event. That's a good way to make money, and that could be the only thing that you need, and you could live in literally almost any country and do that. I think that is the easiest way for someone to get out and be a passport bro. Now, will it lock you into that country? Yes. So you have to decide if that's what you want to do. You see what I mean? If that's your form of income. But some of these guys that have already kind of figured out, like, ooh, I want to live in Medellin, and ooh, I want to live in Bogota. That's the business, man. That's the business. Or here's the flip side. Or build it in the States, dedicate 6 months, a year to it, make it huge. And then you get like how in your guys' groups, you have moderators and stuff. They have hosts the same way. And so you can have these hosts run these events. And then when people pay for the event, they have to pay through Meetup. So your money's not just going to someone and you got to trust it to get back to you. The money goes to you, and then you pay your hosts if you want to. So you could run it from abroad if you wanted to. But that's more
a really good idea.
You know what I'm saying? Anyone can afford $5 a week to run a whole ass business. You know what I mean?
Okay. So basically, do a little recap for the guys who are just getting in the room, because we got 93 in the room right now, almost 100 guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button. You're saying on this website, Meetup, that you create a group and they funnel the people to your group? Is that what you said?
The first week they do. So it's not like a Facebook group where you got to go make it all and get they actually highlight you. So if your group popped up and I was in your area, I would get a push notification on my phone. Am I showing that the right way? Yeah. I'd get a push notification on my phone and it would say new group, Black Man Travels. That's going to get my attention. Boom, let me check it out. Oh, I like it. I'm going to join. They push you for the first week. It's so nice. And they push you to everybody that's in that demographic that you make. So if you're in Colombia, Medellin, first it's going to filter and show all the Colombia, maybe Bogota, whatever's close. And then it's going to also hit all the people that look at like what your group's about. If it's about like speed dating, anybody that's in any other groups that's like speed dating, it'll make sure it pushes to them, or dating, or you can see that they type dating, it'll push to all those people. So not only does you get traffic, you get niche traffic that's like cares about that. And then you'll get randoms also, because they send it to people just in the area, but they also push those niches, right? So then you'll get randoms. Then from there, you build it out. And that's really just having a quality product, just making sure they have fun and giving them something and reminding them. The same thing as YouTube. Subscribe. Same thing. Join our group. It costs them nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my man, Good Time Grego in the building. He says Meetup is a great app. He says I use Meetup wherever I am. So this is all new to me, man. This is a great concept.
If you got on Meetup right where you're at, you're gonna be surprised on how many things there are to do already. Just right there. Try it. Look up whatever city you're in. There's probably a whole bunch of stuff right there right now.
And I want to give a shout out to my man Pooh Man 313. He also just became a new member of our membership, so I appreciate that, Pooh Man 313. All right, yeah, that's a very dope concept. I think this will work especially well in some of those popular cities like Medellin, where there isn't a lot to do. I mean, it's a lot to do, but most people just kind of wait around in the house all day to nighttime, and they go to Provenza, they go to the park, and they get drunk, and that's pretty much it, right? So if you did something different, like maybe like a day party, like you know, after hours or after 5 p.m. type party, you might get it popping in there quick. So I like this. This is a very good concept, and you can do different things. Like you do different things on here as well. Like you don't have to do the club and bars, but you can just do other types of situations, other type of fun meetups. Well, my homegirl in Cali, she does one around craft beer, because I guess craft beer are like motorcycle people. They want their own little thing. You know what I mean? So they all follow her, and they just go around to all these cafes,
and where all the craft beer is, and that's literally all that they do. And you'll be surprised how many people just want to do random things. So if you do that and it's something you like, you won't really care anyways. And then when you do one that you put together, charge for it. Nobody's upset about that. Especially if you gave them some good content, you told them about stuff that they didn't know. Like at the craft beer thing, she knew where all these little hidden nook and cranny places were. She even knew like what 7-Elevens and what like Circle K's carried certain beers. Does that make sense? And so they saw her as like an authority. And then she said, hey, we're going to have a like bring your own beer. And so they came and everybody was like kind of checking out each other's beers. And she used that to see kind of where they were. And then she threw one that she threw her version of a beer tasting, like a wine tasting party. She made like $500 that night because craft beer people spend more money on their beer. Now she's gotten so far that she's looking to open a pop-up bar for craft beer. That's how far Meetup took her. It's crazy. It's crazy how it works.
Does this charge like a monthly fee or something like that?
Yes, $5 a week. As only no. If you're going to events, no. If you are hosting events, yes.
Okay.
So if you just want to go visit stuff, it's all free. But if you're the person putting on events, yeah, they charge you $5 a week.
Okay.
That's why I said $20 a month. It's not bad. Like if you want to at least cover your cost, you could make $20 a month pretty easily to at least cover your cost. And I mean, literally, I used it when I first moved into Scottsdale, and I did just little dinner parties at my house to kind of get like housewarming and housewarming gifts and all that stuff. And I hired a chef and all that, and everybody came and they paid like $15 each, but they knew that I was promoting my brother. There was this brother that's a chef. I was promoting his work, but people knew that I kind of dealt with that bougie food and stuff like that too. So they were kind of like, I want to go because I want to see what Thomas is getting into in that culinary side. And they loved it. Well, I can see you're scrolling through there. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. So yeah, like, to become
weekly Spanish practice, man, that's a friendship meetup. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, all of that. So but you can put certain things that you can monetize. Doesn't have to be a lot, or it can be a lot. It just depends on what you're offering, right? Literally, some people do cooking classes. Like maybe you have a specialty in cooking something and they'll do cooking classes and people are down. You just have to, with Meetup, the way you have to work the business model, okay, is these people aren't working it like a business model. They're just working it in a way for people to hang out. If you want to work it in a business model, you got to duplicate what these people are doing, okay? A bunch of events that people can go and enjoy and have fun, and you build value in what the concept is. Then you do something of your own that you host, that you do, that you build, that you teach, or whatever it is, and you charge for that. And if you see in there, if you become a host, they give you all the tools to charge. Obviously, they take a cut, right? But all the bills and all the payments and stuff come through there. And it's really cool when you have an event. It's got all these places to send messages. They can DM directly to the group and talk to you. You don't need anything but your phone. That's it. That's all you need is your phone. And you can do this whole thing, everything. It's so amazing. And if you get really big, like I talked to that guy that has the like up for anything, down for whatever group. I said, man, you should charge dues of like 99 cents because people love your group. And if he did, he would have made $90,000 a month. But he didn't want to do it. He's like, I'll lose half the people. And I'm like, you are upset about making $50,000 a month? I wouldn't be, even if I lost half of the people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Is this group on Facebook?
His up for no. It's a meetup. It's a meetup. It's in Phoenix.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. So these people pretty much house a community of people that try to link up with you. This is pretty awesome, actually.
It's dope. It's dope, and anyone can do it. What I like is it can be a side business or a full business. So if you've already got something going, okay, and on your downtime, you're a person that goes out and does things like me. I would probably start a meetup group because I'm new here. Actually, I probably am going to. I'm new here and I want to make some friends too. So why don't I have a meetup group to like the best Euro places here or a dinner place, and we'll just go hit, because I know everybody loves the cafes here. I notice all the cafes are full all the time. So I could start something where we all go to these little cafes and it's just a hangout. We just get to know each other. Am I
Yeah,
there? Am
yeah,
I still there? Sorry,
yeah.
my phone.
These social groups are powerful, man, because when you're an American, as much as we love being overseas, you kind of have a
Take
crave
it for
or
granted.
yeah, because you want to be around people that speak your language fluently, similar cultures. You can conversations like, hey, you see the basketball game or something like that. Little things like that. You know, that's what you miss about being overseas. So I could definitely see this working really well. Like in Thailand, there's all different types of black expat groups and all
And
types of
what
stuff.
you just said one. You can literally have a game night where you guys get together to watch games. Like there was one in Scottsdale that was for UFC. Every UFC fight, he put up a meetup and he had this big 100-inch screen and everybody packed in his house. And it was great. And he just had burgers and everything for everybody. And he was the man, you know? But see, what people aren't understanding is the networking side of it. If you are the person giving them the entertainment and the social and the happiness and all that, they associate that with you. Imagine walking through town and everybody's like, hey, BMT, because of your little group. It gives you ins to everything. It helps you get into the community so much faster.
Shout out my
Because
man
even that,
Joe in the building says, good morning, what's good? My man Wojo, he was out there in Thailand and Brazil with me. Shout out to my man Wojo. We got Discern and Dash, and we'll answer that question. Guys, do me a favor, make sure you super chat the questions, but we'll answer that question after you finish your thoughts.
oh, no, I know, I can answer that. He says, what is, I'm making 3K a month, can I leave? Yeah, that's the number I think is the number that you need to live anywhere except for the big boys like Monaco, Paris, London, United States, Singapore. But you can go to most countries with that 3K. If that's 3K net, meaning it's not, those bills are tied to it, just 3K net, I think you can live pretty much anywhere. You got to take some time to shop some places. Like when I first went out, I was just throwing down, 2,500, 3,000 a month on these places because I was paying more than that in Scottsdale. I hadn't quite learned that country, I could live the way I was living in Scottsdale for 700. And I was like, oh, hold on. That doesn't mean I need to spend that much if you've got it. But 3,000 is that number that I've told all my buddies. If you make 3,000, you can be gone forever. You can be gone forever. Now that's just a normal life, though. That's just a normal life. You can travel and move around a little bit. You can't like hop. Like if you guys have seen me travel, I do some dumb stuff like go from Thailand to Brazil. Like I do all these crazy, so the flights get expensive. But if you're smart and you just kind of go country to country, then you could probably do that on 3K.
Excellent. All right.
But
all right. So yeah, $20 a month, fam. $20 a month.
Yes, $5 a week. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you get all the tools. Like for that $20, you get all the tools where you can take the people's cards, and you can control like the payment and stuff. So if you get your money first, then like let's say you're doing a potluck, you get the money first, you know how much to buy for food, right? Or a dinner party. You're not wasting it. I've thrown dinner parties before because I have to deal with investors sometimes, and I don't care how many times I've done them. 100% of the RSVPs never show up. It's never 100%. It's always around 60% if they're good at their work. So you end up having all these extras. I like that they pay first, and then you don't care if they show up or not because they paid for their food. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would say that they just have to think of the concept. Speed dating is kind of big on this too. So if you wanted to get in and throw a speed dating thing, and they charge like $20 a head at speed dating, maybe get in and see those and see how they organize them. And I got a homegirl in Scottsdale doing it right now, and she charges like $50 a head for speed dating, but that's also Scottsdale. But in Scottsdale, they think they're meeting like the richest guy and the hottest girl, so that's why they go, right? But you could do that kind of anywhere. You could make this concept anywhere.
So this is more like I guess you could say somewhat of a side hustle, but you can kind of turn it into a legitimate business.
If you want to stay, yeah. Now, if you wanted to do like 3 months, like I do, you could probably, launch it, have to cover your first month, the second and third month. It might make enough money to pay for you while you're there. And then you can take off and go start it again in another country if you want to. You could continue to do that. But I think this is more for people that if you want to travel. Like if you want to travel and just keep traveling, I would say open it in the States or wherever your home base is now, whatever country your home base is in right now, open it there, make it huge, huge, and then assign other hosts and moderators to run the events. And then you guys talk about the event, run the events, and maybe you fund the event and let them, the people pay and go to these events. But then you have your host go wherever and you figure out a way to make them happy, compensate them, whatever. Then you could travel all over and just have a meetup. If you want to get crazy with it, they have what's called Meetup Pro. Meetup Pro is where you can have that same meetup group anywhere in every country that you want. So if you learn how to delegate, learn how to run it, you could run like a BMT meetup group, socials, get together in all the countries all at once. And then it gives you a thing for all of the other hosts and moderators, and you guys get together and you talk about what the events are. When I did that, I talked and we implemented all the events on the same day. It made it easier. So we're going to do New Year's Eve for everyone on the same day, everywhere. We're going to do this movie night for everyone at the same time. That way I didn't have 50 million events. If your host in that country wants to do something specific, they can. But the things that you moderate and you run that you keep consistent, I just did the same thing in every single country.
Okay.
And you could be making 200, 300 an event in one place, and then you could duplicate that times 10. Now you bumped it up to $3,000. Running the same event, you just have different hosts everywhere. You build all the groups, but Meetup Pro is more money. It's not a lot more though.
Okay. I got a discerning dash here, which says looking to move to the Philippines. So it's 41,000 after taxes.
That's plenty there. If you make 4,000 a month in the Philippines, you're considered like ultra rich. So if you're doing this, what,
31,000 a year after taxes.
Oh, in Philippines, he's living beautifully.
Okay. And somebody asked, well, what do you think about that app Eventbrite?
Well, Eventbrite is you have to throw an event all the time, and everything is like you could do it the same way, but they don't necessarily help you get followers per se. Their fee might be a little bit cheaper for the events of what they take out of it, but they don't help the community. They don't help it so much. Like when when I'm live on mine, I notice that I see all the time in my area new groups that come up all the time, and even me as a host group, I'm even curious. I'm in other groups because I'm like, damn, I never thought about that, and I get it. Meetup has that locked down really well. That's why I like that.
Okay, cool. Let me give me a second. I'm trying to pass by the damn app. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's excellent, man. That's excellent. So I like that though, especially it seems like Medellin. I think this would be very popular because there's always people looking for something to do out there.
And you don't have to be amazing. Just go on it and look at it like you did and kind of see what's going on. The data is right in front of you. You look at the size of the groups, you'll see the engagement of these groups and maybe see something that's doing well that you can improve. That's all I'm doing here is I realize they need a mailbox system. Let me improve it, right? So you don't got to reinvent the wheel. You could just go and look through that country and see what all the meetups are. This is the same as Turo. If you've ever used Turo, you don't rent the car that you want to rent. You rent the car that people want to rent, right? So you use their calculator and find out that like Hondas and Camrys are like the #1 rented car. You want to make money? That's what you put on Turo. Not your tricked out GTI Golf. You like that. Doesn't mean people want to rent it, right? So use the data. So get on there, see what the groups are in your area, see who is doing what, see what's popular, read when the people comment. You got all the data. You have all the data. You don't get that in most businesses. You know what I'm saying?
I got Bane here says, what's the name of the app he's helping release at Sturgis? You know what you're talking about?
Yeah, Moto Social.
Moto Social, okay.
Yeah. You could go sign up on that right now if you want to. It's in the App Store, but we're tweaking some stuff. I've got the coders on it, but it's only for motorcycle riders. It's for people that are riders. That's all it is. So if you're a rider, get on there. It's free forever. We just changed the model to free forever. And we're just going to go to an ad model on it. But yeah, it's called Moto Social. It's dope. I mean, but motorcycle riders are different. They complain about Facebook and Instagram. They think they just want their people. And so that's how we came up with it. And then I put my design prowess and business behind it. And I partnered with a company called Harkati.com. And it's like Harley Ducati. That's why it's Harkati. And that's kind of like the $1 million company that's behind it. And if you like bikes, go look at his bikes. His bikes are dope.
Okay.
Dope.
This is the App Store?
No, Harkati's a website. Harkati.com is the website. Harcati. Just pull it up. It's a gorgeous bike, man.
No, I'm talking about Sturgis. It's right here, right?
Moto. Go to Moto Social. That's my app for that community that we're launching at Moto Social.
Moto Social.
Yeah. See with the M right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, click on that, open that up. That's our app. That's the app for bike riders.
Nice.
See my other apps over there on the side. But that's the one we're launching right there. And it's free. So if they want, no one will ever get charged. And inside of it is beautiful. You can see how the layout is and the design of it is pretty good. I
tell people all the time, the most valuable real estate right now is the real estate on a cell phone.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's with them all the time. People sleep on it. You know, they literally just fall asleep with their phone in their head.
Don't get me wrong. We love real estate, but this is that cell
different
phone.
kind of real estate.
Different type of different real estate, and people are on their cell phones 24/7.
Yeah. So just as a precursor, we put it in the App Store to get ready for Sturgis, which is next month. But I'm still working some glitches out, like my push notifications aren't working yet and stuff like that. But I just wanted to have it up. But anyone can download if they want. If it says $5.99 right now, that's a glitch. I don't know why that's on there, but just give us a day. We're going to pull that down. It's free. It's free forever.
Okay. Nice. Excellent. Well, we're getting close to that hour mark. We're going to keep the interview, a little bit under an hour. Okay, so just to do a recap, the site is called Meetup, and you guys can basically put together events while overseas
of any kind. You could have a sneakerhead club. Actually, here in Albania, that'd probably be huge.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see here.
And
they must be based in Houston, Texas or something. I see Houston always in there. This is excellent.
But
I guess you could do this domestically too, though, to make some money too. Go ahead and get the ball.
They have money. They have money domestically. That's what I was saying. If these guys are trying to become passport bros and trying to get out, maybe just start a meetup group there and make it big enough that you can have other moderators run it while you're gone. And then you still communicate with them through the app, phone, whatever you want. And just make sure you take care of them good enough that they want to work for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the magic to any employees. Take care of them good enough that they want to work for you, and then they just keep working for you.
That's true. That is very true. Okay. Well, that is I guess you could say that's somewhat of a side hustle, but that could be turned into a legitimate business because you probably could open up something. Like my man has a rooftop bar out there in Medellin. I got guys out there in Thailand with bars and stuff and cigar lounges. So this would be a good start. This actually would be a good start.
This could be a side hustle to a full business to an enterprise. If you go to pro, then it's an enterprise. That's what I like about it. So they can start there, feel it out. $20 a month isn't hurting anybody. As long as they do the legwork, as long as they post an event, like, if they're doing the wine thing, hey, we're going to so-and-so and so-and-so restaurant tonight or in a week at 7:00, and it lets them put all their RSVPs, who's all coming, right? And then you could say, why? We're going here because they have some of the best wine from Tuscany, 1907, whatever. I don't know anything about wine, but that's how you would get them going.
Now, are you running into any like groups of Americans out there in Albania? Like, what would be their their base, or is it? It's still Americans out there. So okay, so
I'm like, I'm cool with it too.
all right.
No,
So
I think that's good.
give me an example of how you would do a meetup out there in Albania.
I would do the sneakerhead one because I notice every time people walk by me, they look at my shoes. They look to see what sneakers I have. So I started looking at their shoes and I realized everybody got sneakers. Everyone's got sneakers here. And I was like, dude, I should do a sneakerhead group. I really should. And then I can start a sneaker shoe store because they have a lot of hip hop clothing stores here. I know you're thinking, what, Albania? There's one called Kings of whatever, and it's all like European urban clothes. And then it's cool, man. They got everything here. So I would do a sneakerhead group if I did one here because I know those people are like me too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so everybody comes, we have a little sneakerhead hangout. And then I would work collabos with stores. I would say, hey, if I bring them by, and I'd act like a promoter, if I bring people by your store, give me a code or something, give me a discount code or something, and just commission me on whatever they buy. But why would he say no? Like, I'm bringing groups, like casinos do that. That's what promoters do. They bring groups of people to gamble. That's what I would do if I was trying to make it a business. And my end goal would be to rent a lease out here for $500 a month for a 500 square foot place, and I would have a sneaker store in the end.
That's the man. He got me excited to go to the damn Albania now. What the other brother was at? He was in, where was the other guy at near you? I did an interview with him like last week. What was that?
Last week?
Yeah.
Kosovo?
Was that Kosovo? I think it might have been Kosovo, yeah.
Then he knows about this place if he's from Kosovo.
No, it's your friend, your guy. I think you say you know him.
Oh, he's in Hungary.
Hungary, that's right. That's right.
Someone already signed up. Clark Kent signed up to my Moto Social. Someone. Hey, I'm not mad. But yeah, bro, I think I think almost 99% of the people could get off the ground and become a passport bro with Meetup.
Let me ask you this real quick before we go, man. Cost of living. What's in your opinion the best country for the lowest cost of living?
Malaysia.
Malaysia is cheaper than Thailand.
Oh yeah, and it's way more luxurious too.
So you get the most bang for your buck in Malaysia.
Dude, you saw the high rise I was in next to those twin towers when we did that live. Mm-hmm. What you didn't know was there was 3 Michelin star restaurants in there, that the gym came with a trainer, that I had 4 pools, 3 rooftop pools, 1 Olympic sized pool that connected all the buildings, had a parking space of my own, and I had a commercial style gym in there. And the outdoor door pool was like a resort pool on the 6th floor. And then there was 3 or 4 little grocery store restaurants and all that stuff down on the bottom. I just didn't tell you all that. And these were like fancy. They had one of those, what's that super famous sushi place that everyone knows it's $200 a person? Kyoto or something like that. They have them all over the world. One of those is literally in my building. And I don't know, you guys didn't see they opened a little restaurant on the top of my building, right? So there was 3 buildings, and I'll literally show you right here on Instagram what it was like. I walked through it. This is on top of my building there.
As it seems to let myself believe all the signs that me
Look at that. That's crazy.
All right, so what type of monthly budget would you need to stay there?
$1,500 to have everything you want, because you can get $3 meals like you can in Thailand. Food's not as good as Thailand.
$100.
And that's delivered to you, food. But the food's not as good as Thailand, but there's more diversity in like fat folk food. So I was chowing down there, bro. They had like they had this company that would bring you like mac and cheese bowls with like sausage or ham or whatever you mixed in there, pepperoni, and it was all gooey when you ate it, and I just got fat there, but I loved it, man. But yeah, and like I took an Uber, or I think they have Grab there, from the first building I stayed in, which was on top of the W, over to where I ended up signing a lease, and my Grab was like 59 cents. They're not even that cheap in Thailand, bro. So I was just like,
so what would you say the cost of living on average should be? Not should be, but in Thailand versus Malaysia. You saying Thailand might be a tad bit more expensive, like maybe $2,000 in Thailand, 1,500 in Malaysia, or
because of Thailand's activity, meaning Thailand is not a place that you can get yourself to stay in your apartment. There's just
facts.
there's just too much cool stuff going on.
Unless you are very now, I do know like some guys that live off $800 a month in Thailand, but they're older guys. All they do is go and drink beers at like the same restaurant and eat.
Well,
you know,
like that. Malaysia.
It's hard. It's very hard though. It's very difficult. I will say that.
You could do that easier in Malaysia and have a bigger place. Like you could have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I had Chris looking at it. 3-bedroom, 2-bath for like $350 a month furnished. Big, huge. Out in Selangor, which is a little bit away. And the BMT was connected to not the BMT. The BTS was connected to the building.
I'm like, BMT.
You can. But it's boring compared to Thailand. Like you feel like you're missing something every day in Thailand. Every day. They have unlimited rooftop lounges, unlimited rooftop restaurants, unlimited jazz club. They got that, right next to Sugar in Soy, right next to Sugar. They got that shisha place that plays Afrobeat
or event.
Everything, all the time. You could go shopping in a boat. But it's like everywhere. But it's not expensive, so you don't feel like, sometimes I went on a shopping spree in Scottsdale and came home with like Gucci belt and all this stuff. And later I was like, what the hell did I do that for? Because I know it doesn't matter. And I spent $5,000 on a name. Like in Thailand, you go crazy and you come back and you spent like $100 and you went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But Malaysia's the same way. Malaysia's just much more tame. Much more tame. Thailand is just fun all the time. Any kind of
one of my guys, he's married. He was asking me, like, what's up with Thailand? Like, why everybody like it so much? And I said, bro, as a married guy, you can give your wife $100 and tell her to shop till you drop. You know what I'm saying?
And she will struggle to do it. She will struggle to do it.
She would buy $4 bags. I mean, bro, you can buy so much stuff, in Thailand. Like, people think that people living in Thailand overseas are like well off and rich. They are to a certain degree, but it's just that Thailand is just that cheap of a country. And you can fly to different spots all around. So if you make $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month, that's a lot of money in Thailand.
Yeah, because you could go to Koh Samui and get like a villa on the beach for a weekend. Go to Phuket if you want to just tempt yourself to the fullest extent possible. And then but the other thing that works for us, because I don't want a girl of mine to have the idea that I've got unlimited pockets. Let's say I do. I still don't want her to think that, right? So in Thailand, shopping to get a couple things bought takes like 5 hours also, because it's so huge that she's going to be wore out.
What's the name of that mall in Bangkok with like the 5 damn floors? Every floor has its own little, like
the Siam
floor, the
Icon Siam.
Yeah, you can walk around them malls for days, bro.
You talking about the MBK, the one that's got
MBK.
Yeah, and that's all secondhand stuff.
I would say about, I don't know if this is in Malaysia, but the only thing is I don't know if you gotta watch out for this because some people don't care, but you could be in like a mall and look nice and everything, but the items in there still be fake and bootleg.
Yeah, Platinum Mall is like that. But I don't know why people care. Like being away from America, I mean, a long time ago, I got over name brands. A long time ago, I was like, can anyone really know? Do they really know if I'm wearing just a black tee with nothing on it? Do I need to pay $300 for a tee that has no label on it just to say it's Gucci? Do I really need to? Like, I've met some of the most fashionable people ever, and they don't even wear name brands. I think it's just how you wear stuff. I don't know, man. America has us
be the tech thing though. Like I don't like buying bootleg electronics. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm at a DJI store, I'm thinking like everything real. And then you go to sign up and register your joint. You be like, this code has already been used. You be like, wait, what?
But But that I see what you're saying. That's if you go into the bootleg store. So if you go into a place like MBK, you can expect that. If you go into Siam, Icon, Paragon, those places and go to DJI, it's going to be the DJI. It's going to be
Right.
the real DJI. But I mean, as for like, look at all of these. I got all these stands and all these extra things here. Bro, I got all these in Thailand. I got the one that it's on. I got one that's 6 foot tall and it leans everywhere. I don't care if that thing cost me $8. I don't care to tell people the store I have down here has one of these for $300. And I was looking at it like, what's the difference? He showed me all the cool stuff it did, but I was like, I don't know if I care to pay $300 just to do those cool things with it, you know? That's me. I've gotten cheaper as I've gotten older. I'm not gonna lie. When I was young, I used to just, I gotta have all of it. Now I'm kind of like, do I really need that? And I have way more money than when I was young, but I just don't care anymore. Once you've done it, once you've had everything, you realize that you just don't care. Like I did the exotics and supers, and I started realizing that I don't even fit. Like getting out of the i8 was a work. It was work. And I loved my S550, and it wasn't even the one with the biggest name and the most attention. That was the one I loved. And I just learned. I was like, you know what? It's really about what I want, not about flexing or none of it. Doesn't matter.
Right. I got a question here from MJ. He says, how is Albania treating you as a black man there?
They stare a lot here, okay? But it's like the older guys. And I gotta be careful because I'm a little bit, people think I'm like charismatic and fun and all that, but I do got a little raw dog side to me. I do. And so this old man was looking at me and he kind of gave me the one, like the up and down, and I did that back to him. I got close to him and I was just like, and he didn't like that so much. And I was like, you didn't like that, but did you? So don't do that to me. But I was assuming that he was judging. He might have just never seen anything like me. Because this is what I will say with the girls. I had 3 moments, okay? The girl that was at the shisha place where I did the first thing, at first I thought I was rude to her. It's at first. And she was, she was very stoic with me and just transactional. And I was like, I deserve that. She ended up flipping when I had said darling to her. She ended up getting super sweet. And then she's got those huge eyes that are like cat. And I don't know if you've been with Europeans, they're not afraid to look you dead in your eye. To me, that just turns me on, that confidence. I was just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, so that one was one of the things that I had going on here. And it kind of went on naturally. But, my concern was, will these girls think that there's like a curiosity, or will we be like a test or something like that, right? Because that's what you got to watch out for. We might like the attention, but sometimes it's more like, hey, this is the cool thing. I don't know if I really like him. I just want to try it out. And I don't want that. I want to have some better connections. So the second connection I had was in the grocery store. I saw this girl was getting in her purse and she was looking over the top of her purse at me, and I saw it in her eyes. And I was like, holy shit, this is good. The best one ever. I had a Jay-Z moment. You'll know what I mean because you've seen the video. So I was walking down the street, and then the stores on the side, they have a couple steps that people come down. And this girl came down, very traditional Albanian, like they all have hair down to the middle of their back. It all looks like Pantene hair all the time. And they've got really sharp features, right? Dark, sharp features. And they love black, and they love wearing black. And I just kind of looked over because she walked in and she looked up at me, and her eyes were so green, like so green, that it didn't register with me. I was walking about 20 steps. I thought, holy hell, that is the most rarest, beautiful combo. So I turned and looked over my shoulder, and 20 steps that way, she turned and looking over at her shoulder. And I was like, that's all I needed to know. I just need to know that the girls want someone like me. That's all I need to know. We're golden. This is a great place. And you got to come, just come for a week. And you're going to talk about the girls like you talk about 7-Eleven in Thailand, I promise.
Yes, I got WC Morris here, says, keep Malaysia a secret, just like the other SE Asian countries that start with a C.
It's boring though. So if most of these guys are looking for, having a good time and partying, they do have it, but you got to find it, and it's not huge. If you want to go and stay and live for a while and you want to live luxurious, yes, Malaysia. But you got to have, like, the cigar lounges there are no joke. Like, I went to one that's $2,000 a day just to go into because they filmed Crazy Rich Asians there. So it's very interesting. Like I was saying, I paid like $800 for my place, but downstairs is a Lambo parked out front. That those two don't match in an American's brain, right?
Mhm.
That should be a multi-million-dollar house in a Lambo. That's not how it is there. You know, it's like a penthouse and 6 Lambos or McLarens. I saw McLarens everywhere. They just do it different. They do it different here too.
Shout out to my man Wojo. Says it's hard to stay inside. All right. Good time. Virgo says none of it matters. Yeah, hit that like button, family. Young J2 wants to see the like button. I got a super chat here from Malik Kweli with a $5 super chat. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. He says he's right because you can't take it with you when your number's called. I used to be like him. Still haven't. Still haven't had things I haven't worn yet. Okay, so I'm assuming you're saying back when we was in America.
That's actually when I had the wake up moment. I had a developer that was paying me $10,000 a month to stay with him, meaning he was putting like $300 or $400 million in this gigantic development. A mixed use development is the whole thing. It's almost like, so it's like restaurant, retail, hotel, venue. It's everything. It's like a whole block, right? And he didn't want me shopping that because he knew how much money he would make on the back end. So he made a deal with me and he said, all right, whatever you qualify. So if you want a car, you want a condo, if you qualify for rent, I'll pay it for you. So I qualified for a pretty fly little sky condo in Tempe, Arizona, and I qualified for a Range Rover. He made the payments. And then he gave me 10 grand extra a month after that. And then he ended up dying 3 years into the deal. It was a 9-year deal, by the way. But it was he ended up dying 3 years into the deal. And his family called and said, we're not going to continue this deal with you. You have to find another investor, blah, 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 right? So I was like, okay. And they said, but we will finish your leases, like your lease and your like, you have like your car payment has 2 more years. We'll pay that. And we'll pay your condo lease till the end of this year. We'll keep that, but we're not going to give you, after the first one ends, the 10,000 ends also. And I was like, okay. So I knew it then. I had about 9 months left. So I ended up moving and everything. And when I moved out, I had like 10 pairs of J's I'd never even put on. I had jerseys that had tags. And that's when I realized I had enough money to do what I wanted. And I did. And I overspent. I was wasteful, meaning I don't even live at that level. And when they gave it to me, so I had 10 grand to do what I wanted, meaning my bills were paid plus 10 grand, and I never spent it. And I still traveled, and I never spent it. So I realized that's why I tell people, America says you need to be a millionaire. 10 grand is only 120,000 a year, and I did everything, and I didn't spend it.
Okay, I got another question here from the Rambler Review. It says, do you have to worry about the Albanian mafia there? I've seen how they were in Norway.
No, but that's because I have dealt with organized crime. When you do deals where you're raising $400 million, a lot of those guys that come around are those guys. I've never done a deal with them because I know if we don't miss our deadline, me and my family are goners. I knew that. But here, what I found out about them is they're just like, don't expose us. Don't mess with us. We won't mess with you. And I think I'm friends with a couple right now. And I'm like, and they told me that. They're like, you'll probably be friends with mafia dudes and not even know. So, yeah, they're just cool with it as long as you're not trouble.
Sounds like Medellin.
Yeah, as long as you're not trouble, you don't have a problem. If you out there trying to be out there, then you might have issues with them. But I'm not that dude. I don't need to be seen all the time. I don't need to be the center of attention. I play my position. I'm like Nelly in the dating field. All the dudes go hunt. I kick it and I wait and I watch. So I never get in that kind of trouble.
Nice.
But yes, it's real. But it's real.
Okay, all right. Well, some things you just gotta watch out for when you're over there. That's Eastern Europe in general, probably, huh? Just not Albania.
Albania is big on it. Like, I don't want to say to get in trouble, but there's a reason some of these things don't make sense that look rich, very rich. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, once again, man, legendary. I guess you want to say this is our Money Mondays. So we have something different every week. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thomas, you want to say anything in closing?
It'll be on Mondays. We might not get to do it every week. We're going to try, but at least when we do them, they will be on Mondays.
Excellent, man. Once again, man, thank you for all the great information. I know they're going to be blowing you up. You want to shout your Instagram real quick so they can reach out to you?
I put it up there, Thomas Brown Verified. I put it on there.
Okay, where is that? It's in the chat.
See where my name is?
Okay. That's your Instagram, Thomas Brown Verified.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right, family. We are out, man. Appreciate you guys joining the show. Another excellent show.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, brother. Like I say, you always really, really good content.
Okay, talk to you guys soon, man. Shout out.
All right, peace.
News.
Excuse me, I have to tell you this. You are the most beautiful woman in the world.
Most beautiful woman in the world.
Look at this woman.
You know, this guy doesn't even have a passport. I have a passport, and I know when I see the most beautiful woman in the world. And you ain't it. Excuse me.
Asshole.
What a dick.
This ugly ass.
I'm getting a passport soon.
I love your app.
Download the Passport Bros app.
Well, y'all know what it is. Download the app.
Y'all need to join that Passport Bros app.
Download now in the App Store and Google Play.